So after the last video, I went directly in trying to make an inventory system. So that's gonna be day 10 to 30. I tried to understand and build an inventory system. It was really confusing and I never understood how to make it. Well, I sort of did, but understanding how other people made it is like almost impossible. So I ended up making a really basic hard-coded inventory, which is it's a good start for understanding arrays. Well, I mean, sort of understanding arrays. I realized I'm spending way too long on it, so I decided to move on to something else. And that would be day 14 to 16. That's where I tried learning how to make menus, like the main menu, how control nodes work, how formatting buttons work, and things like that. There are things like 9-patch rect, which is not too hard to understand. There's also like, actually, it's not that complex. Most control nodes are pretty simple. I also learned how to transition from like main menu into different scenes and backwards, like from a level back to the main menu, but that's just the same code just being reversed. So not much really happened on day 14 to 16. After that, on day 17, I decided to make something like really small. Like I decided to try to make the Stardew Valley fishing minigame. Like I forced myself to use a rigid body to understand just how it works. Like rigid body is coded completely different. Well, not completely differently. Like you move it differently compared to a character body 2D because it simulates physics. It's not too different, but just enough different where you can see different applications for each one. I mean, it makes sense why they would be two separate things, right? I don't know how to explain it, but if you look at how it's coded, with character body, you tell that it's moving, you tell the body that it's moving. With rigid body, you apply the force, like you're virtually slapping an item to move in the direction. It's kind of fun to use. I get why a lot of people try to make characters with it. And right after that, after learning rigid body, I decided to try to make a simple truck game. Not really a truck game, just I tried to making a truck that will drive based on a game I used to play when I was younger on the App Store. It's called Doodle Truck. I mean, it's working, but I'm not sure how to fix it. Whenever I use hitboxes that are, oh no, colliders that have gaps in them, like not even full gaps, just small gaps in them, like physics bodies keeps on like sliding in between two different objects when it shouldn't. It's not perfect, but it's a pretty fun experiment. Like I'll probably make a truck game like Doodle Truck someday, because I don't think anyone makes those games. I mean, there's Truckful and is it Delivery Co? Whatever that delivery game is that I wanted to play. Like they're really fun. Right after that, on days 22, I decided to try to make an AI system. Well, not AI like how we know it now. A computer, like, teammate. I tried to basically I copy pasted the code that I have for my character, the character controller that I made. I put it into an NPC and have it know where the player is so it can react by walking towards the player or moving away from them or jumping towards them. That was pretty cool. Right after that, on day 25 and right after, I started experimenting with Metroidvania style unlocks. Like I know it's probably like really simple, but it never occurred in my head that you can just put a boolean just to lock abilities out. So you just code the character to have all its abilities, and then you just lock it out with a boolean, and then when you interact with an item, it will unlock it for you. Or in my case, I just put a button on the screen that I can click for debugging, just for testing. I can click that gives me the ability. That's pretty cool. I realized that I should just code my character to have all the abilities from the start and just lock it out and unlock it as the player progresses through the game. Right after that, almost at the end of the 30-day time limit that I set for myself. I tried making a tower defense prototype game, but it didn't go that well. I mean, I managed to make characters walk and follow like a path to the node. I mean, it's not that hard. You just add delta to, well, not delta, you just add any value to the progress of path follow 2D, I think. You just add progress on that and it will move on its own. But after like 30 days, I realized that the hardest part about game development isn't making things happen, it's the things under the hood, the systems under the hood, the systems that players won't even think of, like data management. That's the hardest part. I think after 30 days, which is now, I'm gonna pause most of my projects and relearn GDScript. GD Quest has a course on GDScript that's available for everyone to use. So I think I'll look into that just so I can finally understand Enum's dictionaries and arrays. I really don't understand them right now, but that's the biggest hurdle that I should like overcome so I can make more complicated system, considering I'm planning to make a game. I need to complete the fundamentals before I can make something as complex as a full game. So after 30 days, what did I learn after 30 days? I mean, I understand player controls and physics, like the differences between character body, rigid body, and the collisions and things like that. I also understand like scene structures and scene instancing. Those are pretty self-explanatory. I also know how to use groups now. I mean, it's sort of like collision layers and collision masking, but for general use. We also have auto loads, which is global scripts, and reusing codes is pretty. I mean, copy pasting codes isn't really something to learn, is it? I mean, I learned how control nodes work. I mean, making UI, making menu, and parallaxing. Oh my god, the new parallaxing 2D. There's no resources online on how to use the parallax 2D node. Everyone has the old version that's no longer supported by Godot. That was fun to figure out, and then I managed to figure it out. I started understanding rigid body and joint mechanics. I mean, they're still pretty vague, but I can start a project with them now. AI pathing is pretty... my understanding of it is still pretty bare bones. States, I don't use infinite states yet. I only use finite states, so people will complain if they see my code. I managed to learn how to make companions. I mean, I want to add pets or like companions in the game I'm gonna make, so I had to learn that. I realized that all player abilities and actions, everything in the game is just an illusion, bro. Other than that, I learned how to use a camera. I mean, it's pretty basic. Camera smoothing, camera limits, and like how zoomed in it is. Tile maps. All tutorials use tile map layers, so that was confusing. Lighting, I haven't explored much. I've been looking into trying out. I'm not sure if it's called normal maps or like the maps for lighting, just to make things react to light. So that's that. I'm working on that. I also learned one of the most important skill, which is debugging. Oh my god, debugging is so important. Just to know that your code is running. If there's a way to see what code is running, that would be so amazing, but there isn't, so we just gotta debug it ourselves with print. Thanks for watching this video, if there is even anyone watching this. This is the second devlog that I'll be making. I mean, I'm sure I'll be uploading more in the future once we actually start making our game. That's gonna be a really good fishing game, I promise you guys. We don't really know what to do with it for now. We have some ideas. We'll keep you guys posted. Have a great day.